I'm going to tell you the winners and losers and my pick predictions for week 3 for Sunday football. And that video and that explanations, all those reasons starts right now. My first winner for Sunday football, guys, is the Kansas City Chiefs winning against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts could not score against the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. They got shut out. And I do believe the Kansas City Chiefs will outscore the Colts in 1 quarter than what they can do in 4 quarters. I think it's a no-brainer. Even though Harrison Butker, the starting kicker for the Chiefs, is out, I just don't see the Colts having the firepower or the defensive stability in order to stop the Kansas City Chiefs. So Kansas City Chiefs will win this game. The Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings. I will be picking the Minnesota Vikings. They're down 2 key players on defense. For example, Harrison Smith. He did not play all week, so it's not surprising he is ruled out. The Detroit Lions, they are good in getting yardage, right? But they're not good in getting points. Now, with a depleted defense, can the Detroit Lions score touchdowns or even score points on the board against the Vikings? I believe they can. I'll probably believe they have more opportunity to score against the Vikings, but I still think the Vikings offense, regards to Dalvin Cook and Kirk Cousins, is going to outperform the Detroit Lions, so the Vikings will win this game. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the New York Jets. I am picking the Bengals. The Bengals are currently 0-2 and the Jets are 1-1 with an improbable win last week against a very somewhat good, if you want to say, defense with the Cleveland Browns. I just don't feel like the Jets have enough firepower early on in order to stop the Cincinnati Bengals. And the Bengals, you know, they are stacked on offense. The only big issue with the Bengals have is their O-line. Can they protect Joe Burrow? That's going to be to you, question mark. But we do know the Jets do like to pressure and blitz a lot. But Jamar Chase will be a huge difference maker, and that's the reason why the Cincinnati Bengals will win this game. The Baltimore Ravens versus the New England Patriots. The Patriots defense is not what it used to be. And I honestly feel like Lamar Jackson is putting up MVP type numbers, and I kind of feel like last week versus the Dolphins, they kind of folded, and they probably most likely should have won that game. And I'm really sure Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh will not have that repeated, and they will not lose back-to-back weeks, back-to-back games. So I do feel like the New England Patriots offense really needs to ramp up or really make a difference. And how can they contain Lamar Jackson? I just don't see it happening. I am going for the Baltimore Ravens beating the New England Patriots. The Houston Texans versus the Chicago Bears. Honestly, guys, you could flip a coin and we just don't really know, right? These 2 teams are, in my opinion, are somewhat at the bottom of the barrel. And I'm going to go out there and throw a prediction that this game might just end up in a tie. Just both these teams, they're not too good in offense and they're not too good on defense. But if you guys have a different opinion, let me know down in the comment section. I'm predicting this a tie, but let me know what you guys think. The New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. I do believe Carolina Panthers offense, their quarterback just needs a lot of improvement. They're currently 0-2, and Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, they are questionable for this game. Even Al Kamara is questionable, but I do believe the Saints will win this game hands over head. I do feel like maybe the quarterback for the Panthers will make so many mistakes. He hasn't been doing what he's been doing when he was in Cleveland last year. He's not doing his progressions. He's not thinking. He's not throwing the ball quickly as soon as he gets a snap. He's holding the ball too long, getting pressured, getting sacked, making mistakes, and I do feel like that will continue. This in-division rivalry will probably be very underscored regards to like point averages, but I do feel the Saints will win this game. The Buffalo Bills at Miami Dolphins. Clearly, guys, I'm a Dolphins fan, but let's look at the stats here, right? There's 5 main defensive players for the Bills that are currently out, right? The Miami Dolphins offense is somewhat good, or it's getting there, or it's clicking, right? Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua, they are doing something on offense. The only real big question mark for the Dolphins, guys, is their defense. Can they stop Stephon Diggs and can they contain Josh Allen? As a Dolphins fan, as a Miami native, I have to look at the facts. I have to be rational, right? I will be going for the Dolphins because the defense for the Bills is just simply depleted. And I will think it's going to be a shootout. And I do think it's going to be a lot closer than what people may think. The Bills are currently favored to win this game. But I think the Miami crowd and the Miami Dolphins offense will outperform the Bills just like they did last week against the Ravens. So the Dolphins will win this game. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington Commanders. Jalen Hurts has been putting up MVP numbers, guys. And in my opinion, I think he's top 3 right now in MVP voting, and he's a dark horse to actually win it currently going into week 3. Jalen Hurts has been improving every single game, every single snap. He's reading his progressions. He's passing first. He's not rushing it, or not literally, like, he's not rushing the play, and he's not running to get the first down. He's actually looking for his receivers, and if all heck goes loose, then he's rushing it. The Washington Commanders offense, with the addition of Carson Wentz, is a different offense, and that offense is putting up a lot of yardage on teams, and they're scoring. And last week, they had a very bad first half, but they ended up getting the W last week because of the second half push, right? But I do feel the Eagles, with Jalen Hurts, will continue to put up numbers, and with the addition of A.J. Brown, the Eagles will clearly win this game. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans got completely destroyed by the Bills on Monday. With a short week, they have to quickly adjust and forget and go on to the next game. And the next game is against the Raiders. And how are they going to stop Devontae Adams in the wide receiver corps, right? Who is going to stop him? And I honestly think within 2 weeks of this NFL season, they already found the formula to stop him and to slow him down. Week 1, he exploded for more than 100 yards and a touchdown. Last week, he went under 60 yards. So how are the Tennessee Titans going to hold Devontae Adams? But how are the Raiders going to hold on to Derrick Henry? They don't have the front line like the Bills did last week. So how is that going to happen? I honestly think Tennessee Titans will redeem themselves and win this game, even though they're projected to win on the bettor's pool, right? Tennessee Titans will win this game. The Atlanta Falcons versus the Seattle Seahawks. Clearly, both of these quarterbacks, they need more improvement, right? Geno Smith had a great week 1, had a mediocre week 2, and both teams, well, the Seattle Seahawks are 1-1, and the Atlanta Falcons are 0-2. Can Marcus Mariota pull up a win versus the Seattle Seahawks? And honestly, I just kind of feel like Marcus Mariota is just a slight bit better than Geno Smith at the moment. We've seen it before. I do believe the Atlanta Falcons will win this game. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals came back down 20 points last week to win the game, but I do feel like this will not happen again. The Los Angeles Rams have too much firepower on offense, and they're pretty solid on defense. So I do believe the Rams will win this game. The Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Keenan Allen is back for the Chargers, giving back more firepower for the Chargers. And Jacksonville Jaguars did shut out the Indianapolis Colts last week, 24-0. But I don't feel or think that will happen again versus the Chargers. The Chargers have clearly too much firepower. The Chargers are predicted to win this game, and I am going with that prediction. The Chargers will win this game. The Green Bay Packers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a clear must-see game. Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. Which offense? Both of these offenses have been struggling. So which one of these quarterbacks is going to perform? Which one of these offenses are going to perform? And I honestly feel with the wide receiver corps missing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Green Bay Packers have a slight edge over the Bucs, and the Green Bay Packers will win this game at Tampa Bay. And the last game for Sunday Night Football, guys, the San Francisco 49ers versus the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson needs to perform. A lot of people have been criticizing him. He just got paid millions of dollars to be the starting quarterback for the Broncos. Huge 5-year extension, over $200 million. He has to perform. The Denver Broncos have been playing very mediocre. The offense is not hitting on all cylinders. And on the other side, Jimmy Garoppolo is the starting quarterback. They just lost Trey Lance. Elijah Mitchell is out for a couple months. Which one of these offenses is going to perform? George Kittle is questionable. So Jimmy Garoppolo may get his favorite target for week 3 heading into this game. That's a game time decision, so we really have to see. And this one, guys, is a flip of the coin. I honestly really didn't know which one I was going to pick, but I will put my hands and my pick on Russell Wilson. Even though he has been struggling, that's a huge jump. Even though the 49ers are projected to win this game, the Denver Broncos will pull up the upset and win this game at Denver Broncos. That's basically it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are picking. Let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm full of it, if I'm biased and which way or whatnot. Let me know down in the comment section. Please remember to subscribe down to the channel, hit the like button, and see you guys on Sunday Football. Let's go!